Hey Timberkids families! Welcome to Timberkids Online. Well, the doors of Timberline Church may be closed in the meantime, but there's a lot of activity happening indoors. What's going on? Well, the team is busy at work on different projects during this unique time. But one thing that's happening is our facilities crew is working really hard, giving this place a really nice scrub down. I mean, there are different items all over the place and even some repainting that's happening. With all of these items out and about, it kind of reminds me of our theme in Timberkids Elementary. Our theme has been DIY. So tell me kids, do you happen to know what DIY stands for? If you don't, look at an adult right now, a mom or dad or parent, what have you, and ask them, hey, what's DIY? Go ahead and do that right now. So, do you know the answer now? DIY stands for do it yourself. Well, there's a lot of different projects that we can call a DIY, but for our lesson, we're using that phrase, that theme, to talk about forgiveness. Why? Because when it comes to forgiveness, that is a do-it-yourself kind of project. You have to decide for yourself and trust God to give you the strength to forgive others. And when you do the work of forgiveness, man, it's such a great thing for your soul and also for other people when we can forgive them. So that's what we're talking about, forgiveness. So before we continue into our lesson with our videos, I want you to go ahead right now where you're at. If you're in your living room, stand up to your feet and let's do a song together. Now kids, this is your chance to show up to your mom or dad the songs we've been doing in Timberkids. So go ahead, let's do this. Get up on your feet and let's go!
You are above every other. Your love amazes me. You created every beautiful color for everyone to see. I want the world to know, I want my life to show just what your love has done for me. In your love I'm free, in your love I'm forgiven, forgiven. Your love it makes me sing, your love it gives me a reason to lift my voice, yeah. I lift my voice, yeah. You are the giver of all things good and perfect. I give you all of my praise, God, 'cause only you deserve it. I want the world to know, I want my life to show just what your love has done for me, yeah. In your love I'm free, in your love I'm forgiven, forgiven. Your love it makes me sing, your love it gives me a reason to lift my voice, yeah. I lift my voice, yeah. I sing and dance, I clap my hands, I lift my voice, I lift my voice. I sing and dance, I clap my hands, I lift my voice, I lift my voice. In your love I'm free, in your love I'm forgiven, forgiven. Your love it makes me sing, your love it gives me a reason to lift my voice, yeah. I 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 lift my voice, yeah.
Great job dancing. You guys did such a great job. Now, let's take you to Matthew chapter 5. Here, Jesus was sharing with people how you can be a part of his kingdom. He also said some really important things about the topic of forgiveness. Allow me to read it to you. Matthew chapter 5, verse 23. Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First, go and be reconciled to them, then come and offer your gift. Forgiveness is a really big deal for Jesus. In fact, he asked us to try to make things right with others before we come to him in worship. That's a pretty big deal. Now, I want you to check out this story.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 23 and 24.
Archie and Ronnie had been best friends since grade school. Archie could capture anything with a camera.
See, I snapped this right when the storm was coming in.
The light is incredible! Ronnie, on the other hand, was amazing with the soccer ball.
Goal!
How do you do that? Like 10 people were trying to take the ball away.
But one thing they both loved was being outside. Ronnie was super excited when she got hired for a summer job at nearby Camp Highland.
They invite all these kids who've been through really hard things to come stay for a week, and I'll get to teach them soccer and lead hikes and stuff.
Wow, that's really cool.
And the director said they needed a promo video to help people find out about the camp. They need people to donate money so kids can come for free. I said you could probably film the video.
Yeah, I bet I could do that.
They'd even pay you.
Really?
Archie had made plenty of videos, but he'd never gotten paid to do it. So he decided to send the video he made of his sister's graduation straight to the camp director.
He loved it. I got the job.
When are you shooting the video?
This weekend. It'll be outside so we can use natural lighting, but I'll need someone to run sound.
I could do that.
You?
Just flip a switch and hold a mic, right?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
The day of the shoot dawned bright and clear. Archie and Ronnie drove to Camp Highland in Archie's rattle-trap Honda.
Sorry, it's older than I am.
At the camp, they set up at the outdoor amphitheater in the forest. Wooden benches fanned out from the campfire circle.
This is great. We'll get the director.
Mr. Standish?
Right, Mr. Standish. He can stand over here for the interview.
What about all the kids?
Kids?
Camp Highland is all about the kids. I asked Mr. Standish if a bunch of kids from last summer could come be in the video.
What? No. No way. It's super hard to work with kids. They don't stand still or follow directions or...
There they are!
A horse? Why is there a horse?
Horseback riding is the coolest thing here.
I cannot believe you.
But you want it to be good.
Yeah, and the first rule of good film is never work with kids or animals.
Oh, come on. It's not like you're making Spider-Man here.
You don't know anything about film.
Archie was so annoyed that he snapped at Ronnie all day.
Get the boom mic out of the shot.
And she snapped right back.
Hello, can't you see the horse needs a break?
By the time the shoot wrapped at sunset, Archie and Ronnie were barely speaking to each other. They drove home in strange silence. Archie was sure that Ronnie would apologize when he dropped her off, but she didn't.
It's all her fault. She started it. She made everything way harder.
But while Archie was editing the footage, he had to admit that Ronnie's ideas had made the video a lot better.
Camp Highland really is a pretty awesome place for kids who need help.
Archie was so thrilled with how the final video turned out that for a moment, he forgot that he was mad at Ronnie.
I can't wait to show this to her, but she still hasn't said she's sorry.
Instead, Archie sent the video to Mr. Standish, who replied with a voice text.
Great work! You really captured the heart of this place. I just sent your payment.
Archie grinned. He'd been wanting to install a stereo in his car, and the payment would just cover it. But as he took a final look at the video...
Camp Highland is so awesome. I could use some of this money to help a kid who can't afford it go to camp. I'll send part of the payment back as a gift.
Archie tapped his phone ready to send money straight back to Camp Highland, but a reminder popped up. It was a verse that he taught last week to a small group of second-grade boys that he led at church.
Suppose you are offering your gift, and you remember that your brother or sister has something against you. First, go and make peace with them, then come back and offer your gift.
Archie sighed. It didn't matter how much he gave if he held on to anger in his heart.
Ronnie was just trying to help.
Taking a deep breath, Archie dialed.
Hey,
I'm really sorry I got mad at you.
it really hurt.
I know. I was wrong to snap at you like that.
It wasn't an easy conversation, but when he finally hung up the phone, he was relieved to know that he had his friend back. It was as if a big weight had lifted off of his chest. As he waited for Ronnie to come over to take a look at the video, Archie clicked over to his payment app.
Here goes.
It felt good now to send his gift to help kids at Camp Highland, knowing he chose to make peace first.
That was a great story, wasn't it? I love those animations where you get to see the big heads. Reminds me of my own big head. Well, we know that forgiveness is a really big deal to God. So remember our bottom line. That is, take the first step to forgive others. You know, we may find ourselves in a difficult situation with another person, and it's the right thing for us to try to make things right. We can do that by forgiving them, or maybe we have to ask for forgiveness. Forgiveness is really, really important to God. And do you know that when you forgive others, you are actually modeling Jesus to that person, to yourself, and to others? How so? Because when we did not deserve forgiveness, Jesus forgave us and died on the cross, forgiving us. So, because He has forgiven us, we can forgive others. And when we do so, we point people to Jesus. So remember, take the first step to forgive others. Families, it was great to see you online. I hope that you stay connected with Timberkids Online by maybe leaving a reply, a comment, a like, or even a share. You can do that and we can stay connected with each other. You can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, even Twitter, or join our Timberkids text community. You can do that by texting Timberkids to the number 31996. We can keep you updated through our text community, as well as you can access what we call quick links for easy information about different events and what's happening. It was great to see you. You take care, and remember, let love live.